Hey guys, Old Bearded Cars Workshop. How's everyone doing? I'm setting on my camera here as we go. so what you see in front of you here is a 1932 1932 Ford telephone line repair truck. I found this video. I found some pictures and just kind of going by just a few pictures, and it's kind of unique in itself. And you can tell by the way it's built, that's not no average truck. This truck was one of the very first, but it's actually based on the Corbitt heavy duty trucks. This is actually 4-wheel drive, 1.5 ton or 2 ton dually truck, and you know, 4-wheel drive. It has all sorts of funky parts on it and such like that. But you notice the front end is set back. One of the very first trucks they ever built that were set back axle. Not very common back in the day, but it was done like that for weight distribution. So yeah, it's very unique. I really like it, and it's quite different. I always try to bring you guys something different all the time. But yeah, so stock motor. I guess very just stock. Of course, this is not a Corbitt, but it's based on the same truck. But this is a 32 Ford, right? So that's all I had to go with. Added a couple things to it that it didn't have in the picture, but I thought it would kind of add to the interest, because you only get one picture. It's a small little picture I found on Facebook, and I get a lot of my stuff nowadays from. I'm not gonna tell you I have a secret group I go to. Look for this kind of cool stuff. So anyways, it's just interesting. Yeah, heavy duty front end, heavy duty rear end. This is what they used back in the day, back in the 30s, 40s. They used the heavy duty axles in them. Not very common, but you know, had a big heavy duty transfer case in it, right in the middle. And of course, later on, they improved that and they put the transfer case on the transmission. Being it is a telephone line, a repair truck, the box is built like a telephone. Looks like just like a telephone in the back. You see? Very shaped like a telephone. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Has quite a high stance on it. From what the pictures looked, had a bit of a rake to it, and that's what it did. I guess it did that for weight. Being they were putting in telephone lines, I guess it was a telephone repair, telephone line and hydro line repair or installation. But mostly they were specialized in installing telephone lines back in the day. So you know, across the U.S., all over the place in the United States, West Coast, East Coast, Central, whatever. This is what they were using. I guess Corbitt had a contract to do this kind of stuff, and this is what they used. But they were specialty design trucks, and I don't have a whole lot to go by, just from what I know, and just a little bit of not a whole lot of information about them out there. Not a whole lot of information about the company or something like that. You just have to go with what you got. I talked to some people on Facebook about it. The guy who posted a picture of the Corbitt, and he knew a little bit about it, but there's not really a whole lot about him. So, but it's interesting in itself, and like I said, I added some detail to it that did not have it from the picture. So anyways, yeah, I added on a fuel tank. There's a battery on top of the fuel tank, which is kind of odd, but that's the way it was. There's lights on the roof. Basic interior, nothing special. I added on my famous mirrors on it, which I don't know if I had I had mirrors on it, but I don't remember which ones. So extended mirrors on it. You know, I don't know if the truck was green, black, blue. I have no idea. I just kind of go by what I think it would have been, and because the picture's in black and white, so you don't really know. But obviously, you know it's a dark color, so you know it could be black, blue, green, whatever, right? Obviously, if it's a bright color, it would show up on the picture, but it didn't show up that way. Yeah, so It had lights on the roof. Headlights there, very basic. I don't want to mess with it too much. It's kind of a fragile thing, eh? The wheels are my famous ones I've had for a long time. I've been using. Yeah, I know I kind of screwed up here a little bit. That fender is just screwed up. My own fault. I put the fender in the wrong place, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Well, it's done now. I can't really go back and fix it. Actually, you know what happened? I think something happened. So, I added a jack on there that wasn't on the picture. I had a toolbox, stuff like that, and of course it was a driver-only truck, no passenger because the toolbox is in the way. So yeah, it's just a cool looking setup, and I really like it, and I enjoyed building it. As always, I always like my light commercial trucks, light and medium commercial trucks of the 30s and 40s. A lot of guys don't build them, but I have a knack to build them. Everyone seems to like my trucks I built on YouTube and such. So, anyways, nothing for the shelf. That was the other ones. So this is a better side, eh? So, alright guys, thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned for others. Bye for now.